Hey guys, welcome back to another Call of Duty Mobile video. Since we have covered everything for this season, let's look ahead to the next one. Season 3 brings some confusing news. There's talk about a legendary character for DM and even rumors about the Mythic MG42 light machine gun. Let's take it slow. The next functional weapon we can expect in Call of Duty Mobile is the Tec-9. But here's where it gets confusing. The Tec-9 has two versions in Call of Duty games. In Black Ops Cold War, it is a semi-automatic submachine gun, but in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, it's a fully automatic handgun. In other words, a secondary weapon. So when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, will it be a SMG or pistol? Originally the news said the Tec-9 would be released in Season 3 along with the MG42 light machine gun. The good news about MG42 is that there's no confusion. We are getting the latest version from Call of Duty Vanguard. Surprisingly, we have even caught a glimpse of an incomplete version of next Mythic blueprint for the MG42 called Debris. Although it is not fully revealed, there are important details we can make out from this blueprint. It is designed like an aircraft carrier. But if you look closely at the aircraft and tanks, they seem to be from World War II, not the modern era. This hints at a possible return of World War theme in Call of Duty Mobile. If they wanted to make a modern aircraft carrier, they could have, but they chose this for a reason. It's still unclear if we will get the MG42 in next season or the one after, because we are supposed to get a legendary character next, likely Dame, but it's not confirmed yet. So there are two possibilities. One, the MG42 is delayed to Season 4, and in Season 3 we will get legendary Dame with the Tec-9 as a pistol. However, the problem with this is we won't get a new primary weapon in the following season. The other possibility is to get both MG42 and Tec-9 in next season, but the Mythic for the MG42 will come in Season 4, which might not be ideal. Both options have their own issues, so we really don't know what will happen exactly. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section. Let's talk more about the MG42. It's a German machine gun that shows up in all World War era Call of Duty games, and it is also been in the Black Ops series and even Black Ops Cold War. In most games you would only find it mounted, but in some like Call of Duty Vanguard you can carry it around. Now the MG42 is quite different from other light machine guns. Its base damage is lower, but it compensates with an insanely fast fire rate, around 1034 rounds per minute, which is why it is so popular. Even though it might take 5 or 6 shots to take down an enemy, its high fire rate means it has a quick time to kill. And if your aim isn't the best, no worries, this is the light machine gun for you, because missing a few shots won't hurt your chances of survival too much. The MG42 is also known as a hit scan weapon because its bullet velocity is incredibly fast. This means no matter the range you are shooting from, there's a high chance of landing all your shots on the enemy if your aim is good. What's particularly interesting is that the range of this weapon won't drop until you reach around 50 meters. So to sum it up, it's one of the best light machine guns we will ever see in Call of Duty Mobile, and maybe that's why we are getting a Mythic version of it. It will likely remain a versatile and powerful weapon for a long time, perhaps becoming meta. Another unique feature of the MG42 is its recoil pattern. After the first shot, you will notice a significant upward jump, but the recoil becomes more controllable afterward. You will need to get used to this quick jump after firing the first bullet, which adds an interesting twist to using the weapon. When it comes to aiming down sights and sprint to fire delay, the MG42 is pretty much in line with other LMGs, so there's not a huge difference there. However, its reload time is one of the slowest in the light machine gun category, taking around 6.34 seconds to fully reload, while other LMGs average around just 4 seconds. Interestingly, the MG42 is also considered to be one of the best weapons for taking out aerial score streaks, so you don't necessarily need to carry a secondary weapon like SMRS or FHA to deal with enemy score streaks. You can simply take them out with the MG42 like a laser. When it comes to attachments, there's a barrel called 35mm rapid barrel that can make the MG42 even faster, with a fire rate of 1153.8 rounds per minute. Just imagine, even some SMGs have a fire rate around 900 rounds per minute, so this is extremely fast. This means not only you can use this light machine gun for camping, but if you prefer a more aggressive playstyle, you can still make use of it. Maybe that's why they made it a Mythic weapon, because everyone can get the most out of it. As for the magazine capacity, it starts with 125 rounds, but you can extend it up to 250, or else you can go with a lighter load and opt for a 50 round magazine. With the use of 13mm anti-material magazine, the MG42 becomes a 4 to 5 shot kill, making its time to kill potential even lower. So after seeing the stats, I am confident that this will be one of the best Mythic weapons we will ever see in Call of Duty Mobile, and that's why it has such an insane design. They have put a lot of work into it, and they are still working on it. I can't wait to see the final version. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now let's talk about Tec-9. Since it's more likely to appear in Call of Duty Mobile as a secondary pistol, its base damage is expected to be less than 20, meaning it takes 6 to 9 shots to kill an enemy depending on the range. However, it boasts an insane fire rate of 1200 rounds per minute, making it a very decent secondary weapon. The Tec-9 also has very low bullet velocity, limiting its effectiveness at long ranges. Damage drops significantly after 10 meters, rendering it pretty much useless after 20 meters. So it's best suited for close range encounters. After all, it is just a pistol. Despite having a sprint to fire delay similar to a submachine gun, taking around 110 to 210 milliseconds compared to the usual 85 to 168 milliseconds for the pistols, its high fire rate and faster aiming down sights compensate for this, making it less of a concern. Its movement speed is average for a pistol in the game. As for the barrels, the Ratchet and Super Tech barrels help improve range, with no real benefit of using any other barrels. When it comes to magazines, you have options ranging from a 20 round mag to a 72 round drum mag. However, opting for a higher magazine capacity will result in slower ADS time. Given its high fire rate, it's advisable to go with the maximum capacity or even the 50 round mag. Let me also show you some stats of the SMG version of Tec-9. This variant offers different fire modes: semi-automatic 3 round burst with the burst fire repeater attachment, and fully automatic if you use the full auto repeater attachment. With a magazine capacity of 21, it can be extended up to 39 rounds with various magazine attachments. However, despite its versatility, it suffers from a low fire rate of 452 rounds per minute, being a burst weapon. Given its current stats, it's doubtful that the SMG version will be able to compete with other submachine guns in Call of Duty Mobile unless it receives a significant buff. So the big question is, will we get the SMG version or stick with the secondary pistol? Share your thoughts in the comment section. It sounds like there are some speculation swirling around about the next Mythic character in Call of Duty Mobile. While we might not see it anytime soon, the Call of Duty Mobile team has dropped some hints about what to expect. They have teased that the character has a global fan base, which adds an air of excitement and mystery to the anticipation. While many fans are guessing it could be Ghost, there is also a strong case for Soap McTavish, another beloved character in Call of Duty franchise. Looking at various rankings of popular and iconic characters in Call of Duty franchise, Soap often ranks up high, always even above Ghost. It's clear that Soap McTavish holds a special place in the hearts of many Call of Duty fans. Websites like eSports, GameRant and Stropol consistently rank him second on their list of popular and iconic characters in Call of Duty franchise, with Captain Price often taking the top spot. Additionally, the Gamer.com even ranks Soap as the top character in Call of Duty franchise, highlighting his widespread appeal and popularity among players. Despite having legendary operators for Ghost and Price, Soap has yet to receive similar recognition in Call of Duty Mobile. This has led to speculation that perhaps Soap could be in line for a Mythic character skin. Considering Soap's popularity and the desire to keep his legacy alive, it's not far-fetched to imagine Call of Duty Mobile introducing a Mythic character for him, allowing players to enjoy his presence in game for years to come, unlike his fate in main series games where he meets his end. It's an intriguing possibility and only time will tell what Call of Duty Mobile has in the store for us. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that wraps up today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, click the bell icon for more content. See you in the next video.